Dobar dan I dobrodošli. Sit down and relax as we are about to read some manga I've had my eyes on for a while. I recommend opening the official scans or translations linked in the description and reading along with me, since my streams will obscure the pages for copyright reasons and because I want to support the creators behind the works. You can find me on my socials that are linked in the description, so subscribe to or follow some European chick outside of YouTube if you want to get to know me better or support me. Now without further ado, let's read.
Chainsaw Man. That was not a smooth transition, but it's okay. I hope we're live. Let me look. Oh. I hope we're live now. My YouTube page only showed that we're live right now, so the entire intro probably wasn't shown. I don't know. I'm not sure. I hope it was. Otherwise, I'm gonna kill myself. Hi. Hi, Epi. I will never forgive you for making those community posts. Oppa, what the fuck was that? Huh? I'll never forgive you for those community posts. Because I see the comments that get posted. The intro was seen. Well, that's great. But I see the comments that people post. And I happened to glance, just quickly glance, on one comment that said, "Finally, my boy got some." And I'm like, that cannot be true. Dishwasher notifications. Oh, disable notifications. No, I'm not gonna do that. I need my notifications from YouTube. But I refuse to believe that. I hope that I would forget about it over the next 2 weeks until I would read the new chapter. I didn't forget about it, but the only hope I have left, and it has proven me, well, it has been okay so far, but that I misunderstood or imagined something completely different, or that I've been bamboozled by commenters, so that I will expect something to happen, but then it's like, okay, you were just baiting me. Okay, I got it now. Are you happy with yourself? So I'm hoping that's gonna be the case, because I will not let this comment impair my own commentary and my own thoughts while I read the newest chapters. So yeah, now let's get into chapter 166. Hold on. These transitions are not smooth in OBS at all. Now, I'm quite happy to see that Chainsaw Man has been doing really well on the Manga Plus app, at least. Because for the past few weeks, at least from what I've seen, it's been on the #1 spot. So I'm happy about that. I've heard that some other manga are approaching their finale or whatever, and still Chainsaw Man manages to be #1 in the app. So I'm quite proud of that. It's Chainsaw Man is not my work, but I'm treating it as if it's my. Oh wait, it shows. Hold on. This app shows all Jump, not just Jump Plus. Jump Plus comics. I did not expect. Okay, I did not know that One Piece was included in this ranking. It's in #4. Can't believe that. So Chainsaw Man topped One Piece. Okay, so let me read. Okay. Yeah, so the last thing that I remember from chapter 166 is Denji having a meltdown. Because he is mentally unstable and he can't deal with trauma. And his trauma is very linked to sexuality. I've been talking about this for quite a long time, but because Denji has been abused, neglected, and just, very mistreated by men throughout his childhood. I think that's why he looks up to women who have never been close to his life. He never got to know his own mother. There didn't seem to have been any women in his life until he met Makima. So they were just this idea, this goal that he wanted to reach, this safe heaven, because he had this idea of what a good mother would be, a partner would be. And he is kind of confusing his own stance on women a lot, because he thinks when he wants love that it has to be, first of all, from a woman, and second of all, that this love is expressed through physical intimacy, sex. So his obsession with wanting to be loved, with wanting to be cared for and near a person, has become a complex for him, right? He has also been groomed, to be, quite frank. He has been groomed by Makima. And that has not just confused, but like it has added to his complex. It has just made everything worse. So sexuality is a very delicate thing in Denji's life, and it's eating away at him because he thinks his only worth is being Chainsaw Man, and Chainsaw Man being only of value because it can get him women, the appreciation of women, the acknowledgement of women, and the love of women. And he is just dead set on consummating this love with a woman. So much so that it's a very heavy part of his life. It's taking over his judgment. It's taking over his outlook in life. It's actually a trauma point, right? I would say it's something that he needs therapy for. But yeah, it was a punch in the gut in the last chapter to see him breaking down because of this complex of his, because of this thing, this issue, this illness that is basically impairing him in his daily life and in his relationships with other people. So he broke down, and he even said to bystanders, and we're bystanders too, we're onlookers when it comes to his journey. Why am I not being taken seriously ever? And that was so fucking heavy, so raw. It was such a good moment. It was such a good moment. It was so heartbreaking. Because you know that readers haven't been taking Denji seriously, and no other character has been taking Denji seriously. They've always looked down on him, called him gross or dumb. And I've never seen someone be genuinely nice to him, like without any caveats. Because yeah, Nayuta has been good to him, but she's also been a shackle to him. She has also inhibited his freedom of, expressing himself and being himself. You are mine. you can touch no one can touch you. Otherwise, I'm gonna kill people, basically. So, there has never been unconditional care in Denji's life, except for, Aki and Power. I mean, Power is, a different type of character, okay, but Aki has been the only person, and even he has been disgusting towards Denji in the beginning, and then he changed over time. But he was still being, nagging and whatever towards Denji. But I've never seen a character be just genuinely caring about him. And to see Denji break down and call that out, basically, that was, heartbreaking. And I hate the last page. I think it was the last page of the previous chapter, when suddenly Yoru took over and said, oh, so your pecker's the problem? Follow me into the suspicious alley. Because I'm here like, she isn't gonna cut it off, right? She isn't gonna cut it off. We just saw that he can reassemble himself, so that's gonna be of no use. We can't just get rid of his member and expect him to be fine. But then again, he still feels pain. Like, the boy has already gotten his tongue bitten off. Now having his wiener cut off, I think that would make a whole nother trauma for him. I hope she doesn't. It could also make a fetish for him. Remember how he said that there's the sweet spot between pain and pleasure? And he's been able to find... Nah, our boy is not gonna get into cock and ball torture. Let's not even go there. Let's just read the chapter. I'm so sorry. I do not know why my thoughts went there. I just hope she doesn't cut it off. I hope. Now, this is Yoru we are talking about. But the only thing that Denji needs right now is a hug. That she hugs him and says, you're not alone. I'm with you. I can be your strength or whatever. Just let it all out with me. We can push through this together. This is what he needs. But this is Yoru we're talking about. I really hope she doesn't cut his wiener off. Oh yeah, it's raining, I forgot. Super smooch. Oh my god, is she gonna smooch him? Yoru already smooched him. At least Asa doesn't remember it, but she already smooched him without his and Asa's consent. No, I'm gonna read the chapter. I had a disturbing thought. She's not gonna really agree with Katana Man, and because his brother is gone, she's not gonna be like, okay, then I'm gonna give you a hand if there's no prostitutes. I don't know which one would be... Okay, I know which one would be worse. At this point, I'm hoping she cuts off his wiener. Oh no, what is she picking up? She's not gonna put that into his wiener, right? She's not gonna put that into his pee-pee. Oh god. Oh god, we're really not... Nah, he's a teenager and this is meant for teenagers. We're not gonna read cock and bull torture, right? She looks so sad in this panel. I found a knife on the fucking ground? She's not gonna cut it off. Denji, if she cuts off your wiener... Wait! I had such a funny thought. Maybe she could turn it into a weapon or whatever, or she can reattach it to her own stump right there. Denji wiener arm and... That would be funny. That would be funny. Let's see what happens. Okay, I found a knife on the ground. Losing a dick should straighten you out, right? Take it out. Then you just shouldn't have reattached the thing to him. But the next time he transforms, he's gonna have the wiener back again. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna just, every time he transforms, just go cut off his wiener? That's not the type of therapy he needs. That's not the therapy he needs. A regular dick chopping. As I said, that could turn into a different type of thing. I don't even want to imagine. Take it out. And then she's like, nah, bitch. I thought you were gonna recommend me a therapist. Not this. Oh my god. But I had this feeling she would cut it off. So he must have had that too. Why did he follow her into this alley? That was not a good idea, Denji. Also, does Denji notice her transformation with the scars? Can he tell that she is someone else right now? You literally want to cut off my dick? The art style changed. I'm not mad about it, but the art style changed. Don't you want to be freed from your sex drive? Get it out. You're serious? Quit stalling. Short intermission again. If he does as he's been told by her, I'm gonna have another fucking heartbreak, because why would he just listen to her and let himself get mutilated by a girl? To punish himself? Does he think this is adequate treatment for him? Like, imagine someone being like, I am gonna harm you right now. So cooperate and let me harm you, and this person is like, yeah, do it. I would have a different kind of heartbreak again. I don't need that right now. I hope Denji is like, this bitch is crazy. You stay here if you wanna. I'm gonna go find Nayuta right now. I hope he doesn't listen to her and just whip out his dick to be mutilated. That would mean he has no respect for himself at all. My boy, don't listen to her. He's actually thinking about it. He's actually contemplating just harming himself, mutilating himself. Denji. Bitch, I'm actually crying right now. The poor boy. Am I just hormonal or what the fuck? Why am I crying? This is so sad. Look at his face. My boy, you didn't deserve this. Oh, I wish he loved himself. I wish he loved himself just, 10% of how much I love him. Oh. Okay. Why am I so emotional? Bitch, I watched Slam Dunk, the first Slam Dunk, the movie. Sorry, tangent. And I cried like a fucking baby throughout the entire movie. I was like, oh, Inoue can write? Why the fuck is he torturing himself with Vagabond? That's bullshit. That's such a bad manga. Obviously, he's meant to write something original because that's where he shines. Because obviously the man can write. Look at Slam Dunk. Apparently, like, obviously, the man does have talent. So Slam Dunk, proved to me that Inoue does, he is a good writer, actually. And I cried the entire fucking time. I cried the entire time. I mean, my friend who I watched it with, he cried too. Like, I only had one, I only had one tissue. And I had to, like, tear it up in two halves and give him one half of the paper tissue so we could wipe our faces, our noses. It was so emotional. To me, it was so fucking sad. I cried so much. And right now, I'm crying again. Like, I don't know if I'm just maturing and finally getting in touch with my own emotions again, because I sure couldn't cry for years while I was depressed. And right now, I'm, like, feeling healthier. So maybe that's showing me, hey, you are an emotional person. You are a human being. You do care about the world and other people, and even if it's fictional, the feelings are real. So, well, I don't have a tissue, and my nose is running. Ew. No, Denji, my boy. You want me to whip it out right now? You legit want to see to cut off my dick? Okay. Okay, at least he is still like, no, actually this is crazy. Actually, this bitch is crazy. Why does she want to do that? Don't make me repeat myself. Get it out already. Hurry up. And all this time, while this is happening, Asa is watching helplessly. Oh my god. I'm kind of glad and concerned that we don't see Asa's POV right now here, or like just her shadow there and being like shocked, like when Yoru asked out Yoshida on that first day of school after murdering a chicken. I ask myself what she's thinking about this entire situation. I'm sure she does not want to cut off Denji's dick. I'm sure she doesn't even want to see it or hold it. Your hair looks super nice like that. Also for Denji. Oh, thank you, David. Hi, and thank you again for the donation. Wait, slow down? I changed my mind. Good. Yeah, have some self-respect, Denji. Good. Just whack that bitch and go away. Go look for Nayuta. Ah! Hello? Clutter. He's like, oh god, no! I punched a girl! Oh no! Oh, what? Yeah, same, Denji. What the fuck? She isn't gonna, squeeze it off? Oh my god, oh god. What is it with these horsemen, devils, and their disregard for consent? I hate this. I don't care. I have no interest in your foolish feelings. All I care about is fighting Chainsaw Man for real. She's really squeezing that. Fuck. Oh god. She isn't gonna just fucking rip it off. What if I crush your balls? Will that get you in the mood? So we are having cock and ball torture. Thank you, Fujimoto. I have always wanted to see my son get tortured with his genitals. Ugh. Denji, you have 2 hands that you can turn into a chainsaw. Just go like, vroom. Do not touch me, bitch. Hello? Next page. Why is he so apprehensive? Oh, she remembers now. She remembers the kiss now. You know how even Makima's manipulation wasn't permanent. Angel regained his memory of the brain, his unbrainwashed past. And now she's remembering this intimate moment while she's having another intimate moment with Denji. She's like, oh shit, we kissed before. Well, then I cannot rip off his penis. I will retract my hand. I will apologize and I will move away from him. And then I will just leave from his sight so he's not forced to look at me, his assailant. Right? That's gonna happen, right? Denji! You're obviously scared. Why are you? I know she's a girl, but punch her in the face! She's assaulting you, punch her in the fucking face! Kissed? Huh? We've kissed. Bro, I'm kind of disturbed that Yoru is reacting like this. This is not Asa reacting to the memory. This is Yoru. And then she's like, oh shit. Nayuta's spell is gone. I hope nothing happened to Nayuta if her spell is gone. What the fuck? What? Denji really doesn't know how to react. Neither do I. Neither do I. This is interesting. In the aquarium, or after the aquarium date, remember when Yoru was inside Asa again and she said, I can't believe I'm feeling affection for this punk. That's only possible because we're sharing a brain. So this is love. Yoru is capable of feeling love, an attraction. And she remembered the kiss and she forgot about her violent intent and went in for another kiss. I mean, this is interesting. But if I was Denji, I would be so fucking confused. Because this bitch is like hot and cold and hot and cold. Like she's changing up so quickly. I would think she has like either a bipolar or a borderline personality disorder. I would be so confused if I was Denji. I, as a reader, am confused. But this is, to me as a reader, this is so fucking interesting, this development with Yoru. Like, if we disregard that she, again, kissed him without his consent and is holding his dick currently, she's holding his dick hostage right now. If she just uses a little more force, and she is powerful as the war devil, like, she's tough, that could end up very painful for Denji. If we disregard that, I think what's happening with Yoru right now, is very interesting. She switched gears just like that. And look at the way she's looking at him. There's no malice in her expression. It looks so calm. As if that is the natural thing to do, kiss Denji. She looks so drawn to him, and she's so surprised that she's so drawn to him. Because she herself can't keep up with these emotions. Oof. Oh my god, Yoru is blushing! And I'm so scared for Asa, like, she's just watching on the sidelines and can't even control her own body. And she's watching you like, oh bitch, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing with my body, first of all? And is that love that I see in your face? I thought you didn't care for humans. And here you are kissing one. And Chainsaw Man at that. Your nemesis. Whew. Aren't you being a hypocrite? But this is so interesting. Denji, did you forget that she has your dick in her hands? Why are you blushing? She's obviously crazy. Punch her. Oh, she really can't deal with what is happening right now. She really doesn't like that she is drawn to him. Oh my god. Oh my god. She went in for another kiss. I hope she at least, let go of the dick, and the hand is just hovering in there. Non-menacingly. Or at least her grip isn't that tight. Like, maybe she forgot her hand is there. Denji seems to have forgotten her hand is there. Let's also just for a second forget that her hand is there. But isn't it interesting what's happening to Yoru? Unless she, like, switched strategies or whatever. When I thought in one chapter when there was this public... What are they called again? The Devil Hunters. When they were breaking into Free Denji. And there was this dude who was talking about having had an affair, and his wife turned into a chainsaw puppet. And then Yoru switched in and she was like, what a piece of shit. And I thought, she's commenting on the morals of his relationship and how he broke the trust of his wife and whatever and selfishly engaged in an affair. No, she was actually just commenting on how shitty it was that he was distracting them and buying time for their next attack. So she wasn't actually concerned with the morals of what was happening and what they were being told. She did not fucking care that he cheated on his wife. So does Yoru care right now about Denji? And is she really in love with him right now and doing this out of passion? Or is there, again, something else? Another ulterior motive? If we forget that her hand is in his pants. Like, is she doing this kiss out of passion? Or because she switched strategies from cutting the dick off to taking the place of these prostitutes that Denji was promised? She looks really into it. This looks like a really explicit kiss. Like one of those very, gross ones that when you see them in a movie, you're like, I should not be looking at this. I do not enjoy voyeurism. Please get a room. That's what it looks like here. It almost looks like they're oh my god. I was hoping this would happen later on when Denji has dealt with his issues and come to terms with them, and Asa too, and they were connecting because they love each other and this was a natural progression, and they were also healing each other and whatever. I did not want his first proper kiss and whatever else is happening out of frame, because it looks like they're not just kissing. Like, we're just seeing them kissing, but just look at their eyes. There's more happening there, more pleasure derived from elsewhere. I did not want this to happen like that. This would have been so cute if it happened later on. The perfect example. I wanted something like this. Guts and Casca with the waterfall in the background before they go to rescue Griffith. Like this type of coming together, licking each other's wounds, and finally expressing their love for each other. And being vulnerable with each other and, mending each other. This type, that was so cathartic. That love scene in Berserk. That was such a good scene with them kissing each other, being tender with each other. And this is like a bastardized version of that. Because this also has these panels of their kisses and them slowly giving into each other. But this is not how I wanted it to go down. For both of them, for Asa and for Denji. Especially for Asa. Bitch, she has no control over what's happening right now. She's... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, poor Asa. Because Denji might be enjoying this assault. But Asa? What about Asa? Oh my god. Oh my god, Asa, my poor girl. Yo, that's also sexual violence. But, you know, against Asa, like, she did not consent to this. Oh my god. I'm feeling kind of sick. I do not like this. What the fuck? Yeah, she... That's his O-face. Oh my god, that's Asa! She turned back. She must have been so shocked. So scared. Remember when she was fighting the Bat Devil? And Yoru was like, okay, Asa, I cannot take over your body when you're scared of something. Like when you're full of fear and shock and whatever, and this emotion is so powerful, I cannot take over your body. Unless Yoru intentionally stepped back to torture Asa even more. To be like, hey, Asa, now you deal with that shit. It's either Yoru is such a fucking asshole that she stepped back because she doesn't want to deal with the aftermath of what she's done here, or Asa was just so beyond... What do you even call that? It's a mixture of... Violated. She's violated, right? So scared, disrespected, violated that she basically unintentionally forced Yoru out. I don't know which one's worse. I feel so bad for Asa. Oh my god. This is not how she wanted her first time to go down. Someone's saying Fujimoto forgot the scars. Are you sure? Are you sure he forgot the scars? Okay, if he forgot the scars. But you know how, you know, in manga sometimes when someone is very confused and beside themselves, you know, their eyes are drawn like really chaotically. Sometimes concentric rings, sometimes spirals. If he forgot the scars, then I'm wondering why Yoru is so shocked at Denji climaxing. He forgot the scars. Okay, everyone's saying he forgot the scars. But then Yoru, but still that doesn't erase the fact that Yoru basically violated not just Denji, but also Asa. Especially, I feel so fucking bad for Asa too. If he forgot to draw the scars and this is supposed to be Yoru, then what the fuck is she thinking? Like, bitch, do you have no impulse control? What is going on? Are you aware of what you have done? Are you happy with yourself right now? You don't look happy with yourself. You look quite beside yourself. You look shocked. Turn the page, okay? I'm so fucked up. So she did jerk him off. "19 pages, and 7 of them without any dialogue, without any inner thoughts, any inner monologue. No seeing Asa's reaction to all of this." Wait, 16 pages. To be continued. Why does it say 19 down there? It says 19 pages. 16 pages, 7 out of those, just no word spoken. Because Fujimoto is just so good with showing instead of telling. Like, you're supposed to be thinking right now. You're left alone with your thoughts at what is happening right now. And that is already noisy enough, right? You don't need characters talking and thinking and whatever, because you're just, there's smoke starting to come out of your head because of what you're reading right now. That is insanity. That was at least one good thing about this chapter, is that readers only had to wait for 1 week to get the next chapter. But honestly, I'm scared to read the next chapter. I am not keen on reading the next chapter. I am not happy with what happened in this chapter. This is peak Fujimoto writing. I had so many of these moments, like in this stream, while reading part 1. There's just one fucked up thing after the other, especially with the birthday cake and subsequent events, chapters. That was just so much to deal with, and this is also just so much. It's so fucked up. I love the human drama that we're experiencing through Chainsaw Man. Yeah, sure, it's horror, but the most horrifying thing about Chainsaw Man is the human aspects. The human drama is scarier than any horror element in Chainsaw Man. But why does it say 19 pages? We're on page 16 right now. Oh my god. Pants. Yeah, let's read chapter. Why do you look so shocked, bitch? Why do you look disgusted and shocked? This is your doing. This is the fruits of your labor. I am disgusted with you. Do not ever get close to my boy again. You are a menace. You do not respect him. You do not respect Asa. You do not respect me. I want you gone. Apologize and get out of my sight. God damn. What? Oh, we just jumped to the last page? Oh my god. Kiss, love, sperm. I don't like the title of this chapter. Ew! The way she's testing its consistency, she's so curious. She's like, what do we have here? It's male juice. Now let me sniff it a little bit. Well. That's 5 out of 10. What is she doing? Oh my god. The way she's just like, okay. What is this thing that I'm holding in my hand? This is kind of curious. I am indeed curious about it. That is so fucking disgusting. Like, not this. I'm sorry, boys. I don't mean your sperm is disgusting. Okay, I am ace, and I think that's disgusting. Like, even if that was, I don't know, vagina juice, I would feel like that's gross. Look at how she's just playing with that. That's so weird. Oh, I hate her. Oh, poor Denji. Oh no, he broke down again. Post-nut clarity? Is he gonna go off on her and be like, oh, do you realize what you've done to me right now? You are no better than my groomer. Please leave me alone right now. I need to be alone with my thoughts and come to terms with what happened and relish in my victimhood, I guess. I don't know. Gross. You don't seem that grossed out, girl. I am grossed out. You don't seem grossed out. I know what grossed out is. You're not grossed out. I am grossed out. You're not grossed out. You're so curious. You've been looking at this shit for like 5 minutes. I bet she's like, usually this would be gross, but it's from the guy I like, so I'm kind of conflicted. I kind of want to swallow it, but at the same time, it's yucky. Now, why am I talking? I never wanted to talk about children like this. But look how she's intrigued with his seed. She looks like she's really curious about it and likes it. Probably because it's from the guy she likes, but she does not want to admit it. She's conflicted. They're 18. That's still a child to me. I'm sorry. Especially, I'm 28. So anything that's under like, let's be a little more liberal. Anything that's under 24. Or, okay, maybe 20. Not under 23. Yeah, still until the age of 23, everything to me is. So under the age of 24, that's still a child to me. And Denji just looks done. He looks wasted. These 2 chapters are a reference to Yoru's reactions about how Nail Fiend mocked her during the prison escape arc. Wait, I forgot. How and why did he mock her? I forgot. 18 is the age of becoming an adult. Yeah, it's like a legal age. Good for you, but that's arbitrary. That's different from country to country. Like, in one country, at the age of 18, you're allowed to have a tattoo. Your still not allowed to vote, or you're allowed to drive a car, but you're not allowed to drink alcohol at that age. So it's very arbitrary. I do not care about that. You know, everything to me that's at least under 20, that's still a child to me. Above 20, I'm gonna say, yeah, okay, maybe I can say man or woman to that person now. But I'm not gonna see them as like appropriate to talk sexually about. You know what I mean? And Yoru was saying she knew despite being arguably way worse than Asa when it comes to human relationships. Oh, okay, okay. So anyway, let's go back to the chapter. And she's washing it in a puddle. Don't misunderstand. While she's still blushing. Is she gonna be like tsundere? Don't misunderstand. It's not because I like you. It's because I wanted to surprise you. Haha, it's a surprise attack. Ooh, are you scared of me now? Haha, I hate you. I would. Haha, I don't like you. Come on, next page. I only kissed you because it felt good. Why do you kiss? I only kissed you because it felt good. Don't get cocky. That's a tsundere right there. But how did that idea of kissing him come to you? You only know how a kiss feels after you've done it. But what's the first step? You need to have like this motivation to kiss. What was that motivation? Why did you kiss him? But also, she's not even mentioning the other thing she's done to him. Because that other thing she's done to him had no effect on her, right? Jerking off only feels good to Denji. Doesn't feel good to you. Does it? If you like the person, then even bringing them pleasure brings you pleasure, and you enjoy that. Even if you're not doing anything to your body, you know, physically, to pleasure yourself. Seeing your partner derive pleasure from your touch, that is a turn on when you love them, right? Why is she not mentioning that? Okay, the kiss, yeah, okay, I kissed you because it felt good, but what about the other thing? Oh, alarm, I need to take my meds. Excuse me. So, I know there's a bit of a delay on the stream. Oh, I'm sorry about that. My internet is shitty. I hope it doesn't cut off the stream again. Okay, let's go to the next page. This is stressing me the fuck out. These are such stressful chapters, I swear to God, I'm sweating. I only kissed you because it felt good. You didn't ask him if he felt good. Kissing is not a thing that you do alone. Okay, you felt good, but you did check if he felt good. I mean, you assumed it does, but you didn't really care. You don't care about Asa, you don't care about Denji, you're a piece of shit, and I feel sorry for Asa, and I feel sorry for Denji, because this is not good. Good for his complex. I don't think so. I don't think it... I think a hug would have been better. I think a hug and some nice words of companionship, that would have done it. I think that would have been so much better than what she has done instead. I'm not happy with that. Don't get cocky. And he's not buying it. Oh god, she's kissing him again! She's enamored with him. She is so attracted to him. She loves him. Yoru loves Denji. She's looking at him and she immediately feels the desire to kiss him again. Looking at his crusty ass lips. Boy, you need a chapstick. Those are some dry ass lips. Oh, go buy some Vaseline. That's not good. That can't feel good. And this is how you know it's love. Because kissing that mouth cannot feel good. Those lips cannot feel good. It has to be love. That's deluding her into thinking that and that's feeling good. Oh my god. And the way she's holding his chin up while kissing him, that is love. What the fuck? Even if he enjoyed it, doing that while he is at his lowest is wrong. Exactly, that's still taking advantage of him. She didn't ask for consent. She knows he has a problem with his sexuality. And she's just playing into it. She's not helping this entire situation. She's not helping him. You know, if you give an alcoholic alcohol when they're at their lowest because of alcohol, then you're a piece of shit. I'm not saying she is someone who needs to withhold sex from Denji. That's her place in this world. I'm just saying this isn't it. This isn't what Denji needs. Anyway, this is, oh god, this is just peak fucked up and complex and complicated. I do not like it, but it's so interesting from a character dynamic standpoint. This development with Yoru is very interesting. It's baffling. I did not expect that. That is good writing when you can't anticipate what's going to happen. First of all, with the characters. Second of all, on the next page, let alone the next panel. And even this, without any words, it's just looks and zoom ins and zoom outs. It's fucked up to say this out loud, but I love these chapters because I love a mess. You know, when something's messed up, but at the same time it drives the plot forward. And you see the potential of it turning into something good perhaps later on if it's treated correctly. I am so curious right now about what's going to happen with Yoru. Like, don't get me wrong, she's in the wrong, okay? She's in the wrong, she did wrong. But I am so curious about her development and her journey in this story and what's gonna happen to her. This is so interesting. So they're both gonna be in love with Denji. Asa and Yoru. Oh my god, poor Asa. Like, even if she wanted to do this with Denji, in a sense, she didn't do it, right? Someone else did it with Denji first, while she had to look on. And on the other hand, it was her body that was used to do that. You know how Denji hated how this fake Saw Man was spouting nonsense about his motivation, why he's Chainsaw Man, why he's doing what he's doing, and Denji's like, no! He's completely misrepresenting my identity, he's stealing my identity, and he's doing with it whatever he wants. I feel violated. This is someone taking me and my entire self and doing with it whatever they want, so other people have a different impression of me than what I want. I am out of control. I do not have control over my own impression on people. This is a type of identity loss, and I think that's a main theme in Chainsaw Man, Part 2. And this is happening with Asa right now, too. She has no control over how Denji is going to view her now, over how she is going to progress the relationship between her and Denji. She is powerless. She is a victim of a higher power, of a more powerful devil, to be exact, and she cannot control her own relationship with her crush. Not just her own body, but his impression of her. I hate this. Oh my god, she's holding him so tenderly with her fingers and her hand. Look at that look in her face. Look at her eyes. She is so in love with him. Do you like me? I don't like you. Denji, my boy. Actions speak louder than words. Do not listen to her. You can see it. You can feel it. You know she loves you. You can tell. I mean, she's still blushing. She still can't take her eyes away from you. She still wants to kiss you. She's lying to your face. Oh my god. She does not mind you having jizzed in her hand. She was intrigued by that. She wasn't really grossed out. Oh my god. She could have just said no. Instead, she had to repeat these words. Do you like me? I don't like you. As if to convince herself. She could have just said nah. Or like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because if someone asked me, like, are you in love with me? And I'm like, what? No. I would not repeat those words to themselves. I do not like you. It gives Major Clinton denying his affair vibes. You only the other me likes you. Her feelings flowed into me. Are you trying to convince us that Asa wanted this? That Asa was telling you to touch him and kiss him? Are you telling us Asa commanded you to jerk him off? But also, she told Asa that Asa cannot tell anyone about Yoru. And here Yoru is blabbing about there being two of her in one body. She's so fucking weak to Denji, but she can't admit it. Oh, she's stuttering. She is in love with him. Yoru is in love with Denji. I can't fucking believe it. The other me likes you. Her feelings flowed into me. But here we have a confirmation that Asa likes Denji. Asa actually loves Denji. I'm so scared to see Asa's POV now of everything that happened here. Oh my god. But here Denji got a confirmation that a woman is in love with him and even expressed that love physically with him. I think going forward, Denji is gonna wanna die for her. And I'm scared for him. He's super fucking devoted and loyal and passionate about love and receiving love, especially from someone he's interested in. The question is if Denji loves her back, would Yoru be able to transform him into a weapon? Could she go against her own feelings and kill Denji? I don't think so. I don't. I doubt it. This is so interesting going forward because their goals are now, it's complicated right now. Everything is in conflict. Their motivations, their aspirations, their goals for the future, or the entire plot of Chainsaw Man Part 2 that's, driving forward. Everything is complicated now. I'm hungry too. Eat some sushi, perk up, and prepare to fight. How could you just walk away like that? Like nothing happened? But to Denji, nothing happening after such an act, that's a good thing, that's progress. Oh my god. Like, he isn't hurt. He isn't dead. She didn't try to kill him afterwards. She's genuinely just leaving him alone after pleasuring him. That's a step up in Denji's view, right? But he's just confused about what happened right now, and I do not blame him. Confused, perplexed, excited, scared, probably too. Hesitant. He does not know how to process this, how to go forward with this. Same. But my poor boy. Look at him. He can't even talk to anyone about this. Bitch, come back, talk about it. Why are you just leaving like this? He is left alone with his thoughts. He can't even, I have chat to vent to. I've been venting for like an hour right now, this entire time. I've been, just barfing up all of my thoughts, and there's a lot for just 16 pages or what? How many pages here? Hello? Okay, so it's not reacting. But for let's say 30 pages, so many thoughts. It's been an hour of me just nonstop talking about what I'm seeing on the pages. I can't imagine how much more messed up it is for Denji, and it's in an alley. This alley reminds me of two dreams. Denji's dream, where at the end of the alley there's the door that he shouldn't open, and Asa's dream, where she's walking on chickens. It's basically telling us we have entered the zone that is leading to a path that we shouldn't go to, right? Like, we're opening doors that we shouldn't open right now. Like, we're we're going down a path that is literally going down. Like, this is a dark place we're going to. We've entered it. It started. It has started. Maybe once we reach the end of that alley, we can deal with the door in a healthy manner. Because until then, going forward meant just more destruction, especially destruction of the ego. Oh my god. I already talked in other streams about it, but no, I'm not gonna mention it. But just know that if you've read Fire Punch, Fujimoto has a signature writing style, signature themes, and signature motives, basically, in his manga. And this one, just like Fire Punch, involves apocalypticism. So Denji and Asa being opposites, but also the same, basically, to me, signals endgame and the end of the world, of the ego, the destruction of borders, kind of like what is described in Evangelion. And we had an Evangelion reference in the last chapter on the last page. But in Evangelion, it's basically said bodies in humans are anti-terra fields. Is that what they're called? Basically, they're separating us from other people. We can never be close to someone because there's like a physical barrier to someone. You break down the barrier, then you can become one with the world, because then you're literally, nothing is separating you from all the other souls inhabiting this planet. And we had like a breakdown of the ego in Fire Punch, and it showed basically the end of the world and the end of the person that we're watching along their journey. It meant it was a bittersweet ending because the world ended, ugliness ended, but there's still okay, spoilers for Fire Punch, sorry. But still, even after millions and billions of years passed, these two found each other again and became whole. They were different, and it was even signified with their physical markers. Dark hair for Agni, white hair for Luna, his name was Sun, her name was Luna, so like sun and moon. Yin yang, basically. They're different in a way, but there's a core that makes them the same, something that they can find in the other person. And the same thing is happening with Denji and Asa. They're both hybrids. They're both sharing a body with the devil, but in a different way. They're opposites. Whereas Pochita is giving the reins to Denji, Yoru is an invader, right? She's an invader, she's taking control. If she could, she would have taken full control of Asa if she wasn't so weak in the beginning. So, Denji is trying to forever keep Pochita with him, whereas Asa wants to expel Yoru as much as possible. It's, their relationship with each other is changing too. It's changing along the journey of Chainsaw Man too. But they're the same and opposite in a way. And the end of this arc is implied to be the end of the world, right? With the Death Devil coming, this Nosferatu, whatever. And I think these two are endgame, and it's going to be like a breakdown of the entire world and the barriers between the worlds, again, because there's a devil world and the physical human world. Breaking down of this, then the breakdown of the ego, and these two broken people, Asa and Denji, becoming whole. Because they're both so fucking lonely. And so done. They've been through so much. But at the end of the day, they still have each other. And that's like the happy ending. I think. So, I think we're gonna see that probably maybe happen. I've said that from the beginning of Chainsaw Man. And now that in part 2 the beginning of part 2 of Chainsaw Man, and now that in part 2 we have this prophecy of an apocalypse, that kind of showed to me, Elda, you're on the wrong path with your theory. And now this happening, and with the alley there, showing them, this dream of them both going down a path that they can't come back from, that will forever, break down their ego. At least to me, it's an allusion to that. I don't know, but this panel reminded me of those dreams. Denji's little child dream, and Asa's chicken alley dream. I'm sorry, that was a long monologue, but let us keep reading. Let's go back to the chapter. That was a lot. But this chapter also invokes a lot. These two chapters, they invoke a lot of thoughts. A lot of analysis. 2 chapters, and I'm blabbering for 1.5 hours. That just shows you that these 2 chapters, though not much is happening, are packed with meaning. And you just have to unpack, and it takes a lot of time to unravel everything that is happening. Like, it's not just a picture, it's a puzzle. You have to put all the pieces together to interpret the picture that you're looking at. So it just shows that Fujimoto is a master of, showing instead of telling, to put it shortly. Let's turn the page. This doesn't look good. This isn't good. This isn't happy. I hate this. Like, if it was a proper first time, like how I envisioned that they might have someday, Asa and Denji, like they would cuddle afterwards, they would talk a little bit, maybe go for another round, I don't fucking care, I don't want to look at it, but they would share in their intimacy, right? They would be together and hold hands, look at each other adoringly, and feel fluffy and warm inside. This is just lonely. This is just sad. Look at this. This entire picture is so vast, so much is in it. And then there's Denji in a corner of the picture. Just emphasizing the loneliness of what happened right now. Yeah, he is blushing. But this page just shows us that his thoughts, just like this picture, are cluttered and all over, and he's alone with these thoughts. Yeah, it does look depressing. You're right. Okay, Asa. But Yoru is so confused. She's so conflicted. And then Asa. Hello? Oh. Oof. Ow, ow, ow! Stop it! Idiot! Asa! Okay, Asa is so powerful she can actually control her body while Yoru is in it? Why'd you kiss him? She didn't just kiss him. Why are we glossing over what else she did? I sensed we'd kissed before. I was only confirming my suspicions. It felt good, didn't it? Oh my god. She's letting go. Wait! Don't you dare! Ah! Oh my god, she is so furious. I understand. Same. I mean, Asa was being violated. God damn. Wait, don't you dare. This is what Denji should have done to her when she was trying to whip out his dick. That hurt. I thought you liked Chainsaw Man. Shouldn't you be happy? What the fuck? How selfish can you be? This bitch. Oh my god. Yeah, she's a pure devil. That is insane. Shouldn't you be happy? What the fuck? You did it for your own satisfaction. You didn't ask anyone. Are you insane? Does that give you the right? Like, even if she likes him, and even if he likes her, that doesn't give you the right to touch someone. That is insane. He'll think I'm a slut now. Okay, children, come here for a bit. The biggest concern after her boundaries being violated and being involved in sexual assault, becoming a victim of sexual assault, and at the same time victimizing another person through the sexual assault. Her main concern is that she's being seen as a slut. This is why slut shaming and misogyny have no place in society. I'm having a hard time putting into words how awful I feel about this. I did say that her concern of how she's being viewed by Denji will matter a lot to her because she lost control over her own identity. Apparently, slut is a bit of a mistranslation. Oh, really? What did she say? Did she say bitchy in the original Japanese? What did she say in the original Japanese panel? She didn't say slut, she said female molester in Japanese. Can someone show me the original page? Like, give me a link or something. Is this a rerun? It is not. Mangas and hi, and thank you for the donation. It is a live stream. It's not exactly a mistranslation. It's Chijo. I've never heard Chijo. means mischievous woman. What she said can mean slut when used to talk about oneself. It's a multiple meaning word. Okay. I mean, I trust the translators of Chainsaw Man, so I'm not too concerned about the translation. And even like if it has this double meaning, there's a reason why the translator chose the meaning of slut in this context, because the translator probably knows about, norms in Japanese society. Women are supposed to be clean and virgins and shy and demure and quiet and have things done to them and never be the initiator, and even during the act, to be humble and to say no, don't touch me and whatever, and no. It's because female people in Japan are supposed to be very passive. And if they're shown to be active, especially sexually, with their advances, that is unsightly. And her having been so easy to, get into participating in a sexual act, would mean that she runs the risk of being seen as a slut, because women in Japan are not supposed to do that. They're supposed to be little princesses. So I think that the reason this translator chose the word slut is because of the cultural setting of Japan. So yeah, you implying translators understand. What? Dove's got a breakdown on this translation discourse. Definitely check them out later, Elda. Okay, I will. So what did Dove say? Because usually we're like on the same page. Is a misogynistic concept of a woman who gets overwhelmed by passion which may or may not result in assault. Slut only misses the molestation connotations, which is unfortunate. Okay. Good. So basically she is worried about being seen as an assailant, but also as a woman who's just so passionate she has no impulse control. Basically, like men are supposed to be, but not women. And that is a disgrace in Japan. So her victimization is also like, she's also a victim of just plain misogyny of the culture of, what being a woman means in Japan. There's a lot of gender discourse to be had about Chainsaw Man, and I think this is one of these points. I mean, there's been many points so far. And Secret Doves on Twitter, he has talked a lot about it. And I really recommend you check out his threads. And I think this is, so I'm not surprised that he did a breakdown of this, because this is a very contentious topic. It made me really uncomfortable, right? To see that this is like her main concern, Asa's main concern, being seen as a slut in front of her crush. It's this societal expectation of a woman that she can now no longer fit in. She can no longer say, yeah, I'm the poster child of a woman in this society. Like, she really wanted to be normal, have a normal life, and fit into every mold in society. But she can't. And repeatedly she fails at doing so. And it brings her to a different extremes where she has to confront herself and also gender norms. And not just gender norms, but cultural norms in general in Japan. It was with the Falling Devil, we saw that she has a lot of issues that she needs to deal with. She's brought to extremes, and yeah, it's this is another extreme situation she's brought into, and we're immediately falling into this discourse about societal norms, slut shaming, misogyny, and gender expectations, which is why I love Fujimoto, because there's just so many facets to this one speech bubble. And I've been talking without you seeing the page this entire time. But this one speech bubble, you can talk about it for minutes or hours in my case, right? He does social commentary by not talking about it, right? You don't necessarily need to talk about it. You can just show it how it is. You can just show what these people are going through, and then have readers have a discussion about it, and the characters dealing with that thing in their own way. There doesn't need to be like someone else on the side and explaining what is happening this entire time and, you know, feeding you all the information. There just needs to be a comment like this, and it will give you enough ammunition for an entire thread on Twitter, probably. It's I like how he's packaging the social commentary in his works. This is very good writing on Fujimoto's part. I love him for that. He'll think, I'm a slut now. You slut. And now she's calling another woman, in her mind woman, a slut because of what she did. And she can't deal with that feeling. This feeling, she feels so wronged in being seen as a slut, is so powerful that she overpowers Yoru. Shame. Like there's, which sociologist said that? Sugimoto Yoshio? A Japanese sociology, I think, said it, that while in the West we run on guilt or whatever, I mean, you can talk about it, like it's not that clear cut, right? But someone said it's just, you know, a short snippet. You can say it and it packs a lot of punch, but like in the West we run on guilt, and in Japan we run on shame. It's of course a little more complex than that, of course. Like it's not this black and white, but it's a good way to show that humans do run on shame. Like we run on shame, and Japanese society, I think, is just a little more extreme in that regard. The aspect of shame is just so ingrained in Japanese culture that your entire modus operandi when it comes in daily life, and your relationships to your peers, to your higher ups, to your kohai and whatever, has since feudal times been controlled by shame. It's not so much about guilt, you know, with samurai. If they make a mistake, it's not about the guilt, it's about the shamefulness. They want to correct their mistake and show and correct the shame and unshame their legacy. So Japanese society is more extreme in that regard. I would still say shame. maybe it's more in collectivist societies, right? In collectivist societies, it's more like shame is the more powerful driving force behind every action. And in more individualist societies, it's probably more like the guilt. Maybe we can talk about it, but I'm not up, here for this philosophical discussion. That would need a lot more research and whatever to form a constructive argument. But I do know, and there's good books that you can read on Japanese society. Joy Hendry and Sugimoto Yoshio, Introduction to Japanese Society, and I think it was Japanese Culture by Joy Hendry, but I'm not sure. It's very much that shame is a big driving force, and this feeling of shame was just so powerful in Asa that she overpowered the fucking war devil. And the shame, how does shame come into existence? It's by not adhering to expectations, being a failure in the eyes of society, and having to correct that mistake, and having a hard time correcting that. It can often come with isolation, with just being shunned from the bigger group. That's why we try to avoid shame. And Asa doesn't want to be shunned. We saw that she was more ready to die than go back into the classroom where she would be judged for killing Aki, the chicken. And Yoru even weaponized that feeling against Asa and said, you're not really sorry that you killed Baki, you're sorry that you got seen. Being seen, this social aspect. That is what is the driving force behind shame and trying to avoid making mistakes so you can still fit in with the group and avoid being alone and being lonely and helpless. We need support from the community. So we avoid stepping out of line. So you avoid being a proactive woman when it comes to sexuality in Japan. But again, as I said, it was also about identity, having no control over your body. Like that does a lot to you, right? And in how you're being seen, especially by your crush. She's crying. She's so frustrated. I'm too hungry for this. Poor girl. These teenagers, they're going through so much. I feel so bad for them. During this entire ordeal, since they have met, Ami and Denji, she has not spoken a word to Denji. She has even turned away from Denji and ignored him, never spoken a word to him. I wonder why. What would happen if she reacted to him? Why is she not allowed to react to him and interact with him? So they're sitting here. She looks shocked now, as if he got scared, jump scared by something. She is sitting there with her mouth open too. They're both catatonic right now. And yeah, this is pure shock. They're both in pure shock. This is post-nut suicidality. Sushi, oh my god. Death by sushi. Fresh raw fish testes. What the fuck? What the fuck? Fresh raw fish testes after we've read these 2 chapters? Death by sushi. Oh my god. And they're eating sushi now. Well, fucking fantastic. 15 pages. That was a lot. That was a lot to take in and to digest. Jumbo salmon roe, okay. Get it to go. Yeah, well, good chapters. We're back on the fucked up train. The whole chat went silent. Yeah, I wonder why. Do you think we'll see the Death Horseman next chapter? I don't know. I don't think about anything when it comes to Chainsaw Man. I let Fujimoto do the writing. I'm not here speculating. Nuh-uh. I'm not cut out for that. I'm not speculating. I'm not predicting anything. It's gonna be wrong. I know it's gonna be wrong. I can just talk about the themes and what is shown to me so far. I'm not here predicting. I'm not good at that, and I do not trust anyone to do that with Fujimoto works. Everyone's going to be wrong. You could say that Fuji baptized Asa in a way for the madness that awaits her when she is in Denji's life. Her life has been crazy and full of madness even before she met Denji. Like, that was not... I don't think that was, like, the beginning. That was just another occurrence. Because each one is worse than the one before. It's just one shit happening after the other. So, yeah. I like the car. It's a very 90s car. I just want power back. Okay. So, next page. Oh my fucking god. This is ugly. Yeah, okay, we got it. Let me just look at the comments. I didn't know you could look at the comments. I want to know who is that editor that agreeing for their type of titles and chapters. Okay. 30 seconds, just like Denji. Wait, what? That's it? Bro, that was enough. That was enough. I'm feeling sick to my stomach. Like, actually, I'm feeling sick to my stomach. That was too much. Welcome back to X-Men. Wrote the title. Okay, so the comments are not anything to rave about. You can ignore them. They're not anything special. So, 25th of June. 5 again. Okay. Yeah, let's watch an ad to support Fujimoto. Let's do that. Oh my god, it's chicken! Why is it so fucking slow? He's just scooping them up. Just picking them up like lint. Why they're so tiny? You forgot one. You forgot one. You're gonna squish that one. Oh, there you go. What the fuck was that? What's he gonna do now with the chickens? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, well, there we go. We supported Fujimoto. We could be like these K-pop stans and just stream ads for Fujimoto. Oh my god, a portion of the ad revenue goes directly to the manga creator. Maximum of 10 times per day. Ah, they limited us. We can't be like Fujimoto's army and stream ads for him. Okay, so we have 2 months to make Fujimoto rich. You better get on it, chat. Make the man rich so he can afford more assistants and, don't work himself to death. Because, I think the art style is mainly also because I remember the interview where he said he would step back from the art and do, just a story. I think we can see a hint of that in the art style as of lately, because it's gotten a little worse. It's worse. It's gotten a little more minimalistic and a little more rash with the lines and whatever. It's less, it was impressive in the beginning of part 2. It was super impressive. And now it's just gotten back to, you can see that he's not super stressed about making the art pop so much. He's more focused on the story. You can see a hint of him, just being there for the direction. Giving you not the bare minimum, it's still a great art style, don't get me wrong. So he's giving you the direction, and the art is, secondary to the story. And he's not going to ruin his health over the art. He's still giving you good art. It's just not as detailed and as bombastic as in the beginning of part 2. So yeah, this is it. What do you think of abortion? What the fuck? What the fuck? If you want my opinion, I think it's great that we have... It should be free for every woman everywhere to do. It's your body. So if you don't want to have something in your body anymore, and especially if it is at the expense of your own health, get that shit out of there, okay? So that's my opinion on abortion. Like, of course, there's no abortion where you're like you're in your 8th month and you're like, I want to abort. Because guess what that's called? It's called giving birth. Just give it up for adoption. Like, abortion mainly happens within the first few months. And later on, if there are severe complications. So, absolutely, abortion should be legal everywhere. It's a human right, in my opinion. The state cannot force you to have a child. Someone that I know, she was trying to get pregnant, and she went to her gynecologist, and her gynecologist was like, but do you have enough money to raise a child? I don't think you should get pregnant right now, or you're too fat to have a child. Bitch, that's none of your business. Like, imagine if someone else, a doctor or the state, could tell you, no, you want a child, but I don't want you to have a child. And the same goes the other way. If you're like, I don't want to have a child, in the state or the doctor goes, yes, you gotta have one. Like, that is none of anybody's business. That's just the woman's business. Okay? It's weird to have, like, state-enforced pregnancy. Imagine if the state forced you to get an abortion. That would be wrong, too. Because, like, if you don't want to have an abortion, then no one should fucking force you to. And same the other way around. So, yeah, that user is suspicious. If that user is suspicious, we're gonna toss him to the curb. Like, get him dead in a ditch. That was a weird fucking question. But at least, everyone, chat, some European chick is all about human and women's rights, okay? Bodily autonomy. And, healthcare. This is healthcare. And it should be illegal for everyone. there's my opinion. This panel where Denji is alone, the rain stopped the morning after scene, and he's sitting there among the others, other used things, garbage. It's tragic. Exactly. I don't have problems with part 2's art, to be honest. Yeah. Denji lost another first that should have been a good thing to him, to a woman that doesn't care for him. Now, she does care. And she left after using him. Yeah, that's true. Poor boy, let him have a good thing for once, Fujimoto. You know, a woman loving you doesn't make it less bad. You can get raped and abused by someone who loves you too. That doesn't lessen the abuse or the rape. So he did get, used and tossed aside, but by a woman that does care. And that just shows you that abuse can, and this is why I love Fujimoto, he shows you that bad things can be done by people that do care about you too. It's not just the evil women that can do bad things to you, it's also the good women who can do that. What about women's wrongs? Do you support? Okay. What are your predictions for chapter 117? None. I have none. I do not predict. I am not here to do Fujimoto's job for him. He will show me. He will tell the story. I'm not here to take away from his job and be like, here's my speculations. Nah. So yeah, this is it. That was, I again didn't go through many of, should I go through the comments right now? But we've already streamed for 2 hours. You know what? When I watch back my stream on double speed, I do that. I will look at all of your comments. And then next time, we can discuss what has been said that I haven't addressed indirectly already through my monologues. So yeah. Thank you for the stream. Oh, thank you, David. Thank you for coming. And this goes to all of you. Thank you for coming. The foot. You're not gonna get it. Anyway, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I don't know if I did. That was hard to get through, to be honest. But we're at the same time, I'm into this. I love torturing myself, through the stories that I'm consuming. So yeah, I hope you have a nice day, evening, or night, wherever you are. And bye-bye.